This is called Dialogue, widening your horizons.
Hi, this is ABC Dialogue, and you are listening to me, Arlene.
And Gowri, and of course today we are speaking to our partners again from EcoKnights. And
Hello.
Sorry, he was just doing a selfie at the back there.
Yep.
Fadli, you need to focus.
Okay, I will.
No, I'm just kidding. So we have Fadli here, who is the program director of EcoKnights.
Yeah, Fadli Bakhtiar, welcome to the office of DurianAsean.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Gowri and Arlene.
So how was your tea? Your Queen Elizabeth tea?
No, not yet. Maybe once, after the break.
So, shout out to Yasmin
Yes.
from EcoKnights.
Yes.
Thank you
And,
to Yasmin for
everyone in the office.
arranging this amazing partnership with us. And we have a speaker from EcoKnights every week who comes in to share their thoughts and insights about the environment, and also with KLEFF, which is coming up real soon.
And today we have a program director to share the history of the establishment of EcoKnights. First of all, what is Eco and what is Knights? Why you combine it together? Is there any knight in shining armor behind it?
Yes, we have a suit in the office. Sometimes we get interns to wear it. And
Is it made of bamboo or is it
no, it is made of plastic. Unfortunately, we bought it over Amazon.
That's not sustainable at all.
That is the only one we can buy off the internet. We can't buy the metal ones because it's too heavy and it's too expensive.
So Fadli, what is your role in EcoKnights? What do you do?
At the moment, I am the program director for EcoKnights. I oversee obviously the programs and of course the operations of the organization. So that covers from planning of the program, execution, the team members, finance, fundraising, everything.
So when it comes to designing a program for the public, what maybe is the process, or what are the factors that you take into consideration?
Just do it. That's the factor.
Yeah, that is the first. Normally, that's how we start any program. We just do it.
Okay.
Yeah. KLEFF is one of the example. In 2008, when we were trying to look or plan for an environmental program, and you see a lot of other, I would say, more conventional environmental projects, like like tree planting, a lot of conservation. The idea was, how else can we educate the public on environment, besides telling them that they should recycle. This is the recycle bin. So yeah, Yasmin, myself, a bunch of us who started it. We love watching movies.
Okay.
Right?
All of us do.
Yeah. I mean, mostly.
But most of the movies are usually adventures, romance, but the message are not as deep as probably documentaries.
Yeah, of course. And you can easily get those, adventures, fiction films over the kedai DVD, like DVD shops, but not documentaries. What more environmental documentaries, right? And the first year we did it, we had about only, I think, 9 films. 10 films was 10
films or
was 7 years ago.
international?
We had 6 local and about maybe 8 or 9 international films. I can't remember. It was 7 years ago, and he has grown to. Just to give you a perspective, this year we received about 375 submissions
From all over
from all over the world. for 40
That is
40
quite a
countries.
substantive number.
Yeah, over 7 years. So imagine, if you don't do this in 2008, you wouldn't know there's more than 300 documentaries, ranging from short films to documentaries to feature films, animations, PSAs. So we want to enrich the scene in Malaysia with more variety of films. What we see in the mass media is basically what they want us to know. So we provide something more than that. So it gives the public, it gives the audience more choice, and also the subject matter is also very some of the films are quite in depth, I would say.
Let's move backwards towards when you started,
Okay.
when EcoKnights first established. Who established this, and what was the main goal at that time?
So it was founded by Yasmin Rashid, our current president, and Puan Mariam Usman. So they co-founded it in 2006. But during that time, during that period of 2 years, it was more of consultancy, doing small projects, doing some education project, but in a relatively smaller scale. But in 2008 is when we started KLFF, which is the first public event. So the 2008 was the first public event that we did. So that's how we officially on the radar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when did you officially started with this organization?
I started in 2008. Yeah.
So you started because of the film festival? Or?
I was a volunteer that year. I started. I was working with this with a motorsports company. Yeah. So this motorsports company was developing a racetrack in KL, planning for it, and EcoKnights came in because, as you know, motorsports and environment doesn't really
Tally.
jive. Yeah. But being a conscious organization, so this motorsport company I was working, they wanted to try and still, instill some of the environmental values in the business, like maybe planting trees there, doing some CSR project. It's a way of trying to offset a bit of the carbon.
To balance it out.
A bit, yeah, because you can't avoid, motorsports industries, but you have to be more conscious about, how you conduct your business. So EcoKnights were basically coming in to consult. And the same year, Yasmin and a bunch of us, but she had this idea, and all of us were okay with it, and I thought I'd volunteer because there's no one yet to help. I mean, we have a bunch of us, but I had two tasks. The pre-event was to go out and send flyers to college and universities.
And
Yeah.
What was the experience? Were you
Well,
like, so tiring?
No, I volunteered for it because I think that was a nice time to go out of the office.
You were not complaining.
No,
This is all I'm doing.
no,
Give me flyers.
No. Giving flyers, and I get to check out the girls, at college that time.
See, it's not that boring.
It's
working
not. I mean,
in
if
EcoKnights.
you have to find, something fun about whatever
Is that
you
why
do.
you agreed to come in for the interview today?
Yeah, I put up my hand outwards like
I volunteer.
Yeah. So, and during the event, and previously before the event, I was also tasked to manage the music section. So I had no idea. I probably have one friend who was in a band maybe that time, but and no budget. We have no money to pay these people, but I managed to pull off about 20 bands to play at the first film festival, including the likes of One Buckshot, Couple, even ZRV came for the show. So I think the first year was a giant leap for me. I didn't thought I can do it. I was given that really difficult or challenging task. So I guess it's because the first year was a good and a positive experience for me. I decided to continue helping, to stay on and helping them. So in 2009, I started to work part-time. So I work some days in my current office, and then I work a few days with EcoKnights, and then the rest is. In 2010, I work full-time for EcoKnights already. Yeah.
And KLEFF is the highlight of EcoKnights every year, and it's the your biggest event that happens.
Yes. In fact, in 2008, that was the only public event. We did it in Aswara, ESK. I think about 5,000 or 6,000 people came over 2 days. We had a couple of international filmmakers also came down. I think that was the first, the biggest, I would say. And we, in fact, for the next 4 years, from 2008 until 2011, we only organize or maintain only 2 programs, which is KLAFF and Anugerah Hijau.
Okay.
So
What is Anugerah Hijau, by the way?
Anugerah Hijau or Green Awards is a youth competition, youth green competition. It started in 2009, and the youth are challenged to compete in few categories depending on the year, to address some environmental issues based on these creative categories.
So they have to make.
It depends on the categories.
Okay.
We had this one year. We had this robot. So they had to build like robot from a recycled material.
Okay.
Another the same year was a mural, environmental designing or doing environmental mural.
So it varies every year.
Varies, but for the past 3 years, we have managed to maintain 3 categories, which is green film, environmental filmmaking, short film. And then the second category is green space, designing a sustainable buildings, architecture, more towards architecture and design. And last is green fashion, designing a sustainable or eco-friendly attire.
And you are wearing one.
Yes. In fact, this year's green fashion category, the finalists were given like 1 meter of bamboo cloth for them to design, to incorporate with their whatever they want to design. So, trying to be innovative in that way, trying new material, looking for something interesting. As you know, youth, young people nowadays, they have a very short attention span. Their interests, they have,
The social media.
Right.
They're very excited about new things. After a while, it just goes down and they find something new. So every year, in fact, even though we stick with the same category, like green film, we still change topics every year. Like this year, the theme is energy. So they have to come up with whatever films that has something to do with energy.
But the target is not just youth, isn't it?
For the competition, yes, it's
the
open for the
competition.
youth between the age of 16 till 25 nationwide. In 2009, we started just within the PJ schools. There's about 27 schools. The next year, we expanded to KL and Selangor, and then the third year, which is in 2011, that's when we went Peninsular Malaysia. This year, we have 2 finalists, one from Sabah and one from Sarawak. So actually, we have expanded to nationwide, which is amazing. I mean, very overwhelmed with the receptions of the youth.
And talking about the Film Fest,
Yeah.
besides the one in KL, you also have a spin-off in Langkawi.
Yes.
Want to talk more about it?
Yeah. So after 6 years last year, we thought, what's next? What can we do? How is this going to affect more people?
I would rather go to the Langkawi one.
Please,
Who wants to go to
it's-
KL? Seriously.
it's in 12 days. 12 days from now. It's on the 11th and 12th of October. At 4 Points by Sheraton Langkawi Resort in Langkawi. So how it started? So last year, after 6 years, we thought, how can we reach out to more people? What is our next place to go? And we had this idea of having a satellite event, and we have our screenings, all over the country. We've screened films outside of the festival, but in a smaller group or more targeted group, not in a open or public space. And why Langkawi is I love Langkawi. That's all. I mean, all of us,
That is a
Yasmin.
simple
Yeah,
reason.
in fact, our team, my motorsport team, since I worked with them in 2008, we go there every year for our a New Year retreat, every year for the past 10 years. So it's only logical to do it there,
But why not Penang?
Not just that, and because why not Penang?
Yeah,
yes,
don't you-
I'll go to that.
don't you love Penang?
I do.
I thought Penang is a more cultural center.
I do.
In the north.
Again.
You don't
So
love Penang as
no,
much.
I do. I love Penang. Of course, I love Penang for very obvious reasons.
That's good because
too.
you're sitting right next to me. So
Yeah.
if you say anything bad about
No,
Penang,
I won't. Trust me, I won't say anything bad about Penang. I love it as I love Langkawi and the other parts of Malaysia. First because we go there every year, and we threw this idea to one of our partners, and he said, yeah, okay. So okay, why not? I don't want to go and say, hey, why not Penang? Why don't something else? They say yes, why not just go and do it first again? Just go and do it
Do it in Langkawi.
in Langkawi.
But I thought if there's a valid reason why in Langkawi is it has better beaches.
And and also because we are also working with a few local partners there to address certain issues. As Penang is a bigger city, and the city is more like KL, whatever. The issues and the people. Langkawi is slightly different case. It's a more tourist area, and it's also it has a geopark status. It's one of the ecotourism spots. You can get in the world. And the films that we bring into Langkawi is more island related films.
So it's different. It's not the same.
It's
I mean, with the Kuala Lumpur ones and the Langkawi ones, are the documentaries the same?
The same that we brought in before, but it's more towards the island related issues, like this one film called The Island President. It's about Maldives and the issues, the environmental issues that they are facing now. And then there's Sand Wars. It's about sand mining. So the issues are more related to that, and plus along the way of planning this, we are also organizing what we call a dialogue, a community dialogue. It's called the conservation dialogue, dialogue on the conservation of Pulau Langkawi. So we are organizing this with the Kedah state government, and we invite stakeholders like lecturers, or hotel operators, business operators, NGOs in Langkawi for the dialogue to discuss on the issues of environment in Langkawi and also the way forward.
To know what you guys discuss, we have to take a short break.
Yeah.
And have your tea.
ASEAN Breakfast Call Dialogue, widening your horizons.
Hi, this is Arlene.
Hi, this is Gowri.
And also,
And this is Fadli.
We need to intro. Oh yeah, we forgot that you are also one of the DJs.
Yes.
According to Yasmin.
Yep, I am. Don't forget me, please.
So our third DJ, Fadli, will be sharing with us more information about the dialogue that he mentioned earlier.
Okay. So I've mentioned about I've told you briefly about the dialogue. So we want to invite stakeholders in Langkawi to talk about the issues in Langkawi and the future of Langkawi. Mainly, especially the development in Langkawi is really rapid, and people are not talking about it. There's a lot of issues, as you know, in any other place in Malaysia. There's a lot of issues. People talk behind, people talk everywhere, but we need to gather and listen to what all these people have to say, especially on the more technical, scientific part. Langkawi is a very beautiful island, and we hope by having this dialogue, we can get some baseline data on what is the current situation, what do we need to be addressed, and how to address. And with this paper, hopefully we can present it to the state government, and we take it from there. We don't know how it's going to, what is the result yet, but we are looking forward to it, as some of the registered participants really very excited to share their findings, issues, and it doesn't just cover environment, social issues, and also including culture, arts and culture.
What are the issues key issues that were being highlighted?
Just the development, the whole part of development, from
What has it cost the local communities there?
Sorry?
What has the local development impacted the local community?
If you talk about say Pantai Chenang, it's the development there has been really rapid, and one thing that we experience in Langkawi, if you go there frequently, is the jellyfish. There's more jellyfish than ever. I mean, everybody has been stung by jellyfish for the past few years, and it's because of they're throwing the sewage, the food waste to the sea. And
so these are foods to the jellyfish?
Yeah, it's yes, in a way, yeah. What else? Mostly is the sewage system. People are throwing food, in the sewage, and it goes directly to the sea. And also because of the rise of the temperature, the sea temperature, jellyfish tends to go to the shore. And another thing is, of course, pollutions and plastic pollutions, and it causes turtles to eat the plastics, and because jellyfish is one of their food,
And
so
they
there's
can't tell the
less.
difference.
Yeah, you can't tell the difference. Now they eat plastic and they die, and then there's more jellyfish. So that is one of the main factors, and this is also one of the comments done by one of the hotel operators there. He said that 10-15 years ago they used to have dolphins.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Malaysia has dolphins?
Dolphins and whales too. So
Whales?
Yeah.
How could it be
So-
possible when?
It is. There is. So there is one organisation in Langkawi that is doing research on this. I can't remember the name. So they will be one of our participants in the dialogue too. So you see, this is where people share about not just the development and also the biological aspect of
This is sad because I mean, who do not? I mean, who else that do not adore dolphins and whales, especially if it can be a main tourist attraction?
Yeah, but
ecological
yeah,
reasons
at
as
the
well.
moment I don't know whether that is the tourism attraction because it's wild, but they are doing research on that and documenting all these findings to gather information about species and whatnot in Langkawi. So that's why Langkawi is like a very unique place to start our festival. Of course, this is the first year. We're excited about it. We are not sure about the. We hope we'll get a good response from the public and from the tourists, hopefully. But it's also to mobilize this new group of people who care about Langkawi to address all these issues and to work together and have a better Langkawi for everyone.
So going back to KL now,
Yep.
in terms of the recent environmental challenges that we're facing. So maybe you'd like to address some of it and what is EcoKnights, if you have any new programs that you're designing to
One of
highlight
it is
these
definitely
issues.
haze.
Yeah, haze. I'm sure you have a lot of interviews and talks about
Singapore
the haze.
and Indonesia are on the verge of having laws to address this. But what about Malaysia? I don't think we have a law on that yet. Not even ASEAN. So I mean, when it comes to the law and also when it comes to public awareness of environmental issues in Malaysia or in Kuala Lumpur, just to be area specific, how much of it is towards the positive side?
Oh, okay. I have to be.
Yasmin is watching.
No,
Listening.
no. I mean, I've thought about this too, and I think as a citizen, we are still not well informed about laws, especially. Don't just talk about environment. If you talk about constitution, people have no idea, what is their right, what is not, what is supposed to be done, what are the the laws and all. But that is why NGOs are being established, is to also address these matters to the public. The gap between the government or the authorities and the public is quite big, and often mistranslated, and people have a different idea. So that's why NGOs work with the government and also with the public to bridge this gap. And of course, there's a lot more to be done, but we have to keep on doing it. We have to keep on addressing all these issues, so people, hopefully one day, people will be more informed and aware, and they will start, finding answers to themselves. We can't give them everything they need, we can't keep on spoon feeding them, but we do bring these issues up front. We get them to be part of all these programs that we organize, and then after that they will go back and say, hey, I saw this thing, or I saw this film, or I went to this, I heard about this, is it true? And people start to find answers. We have to be the catalyst, but we can't be the source where people come and like
Find the answers.
welfare office lah. Hey, I need to know whether I can do this or not. We're not that. We help you address these issues. We help connect you with different organizations. We provide you some informations on the current issues. The rest is up to the individuals.
So in terms of giving them the information, what are the channels that you use?
First of all, it has to be free.
Social media, I guess.
Social media, radio interviews,
Mhm.
TV interviews, or whatever free. We are sucker for freebies.
That's a Malaysian.
Yeah, right. But at the moment, it's social media. But it's not as easy as you think it is. It's not just setting up a new Facebook page and then put your information out there, and hopefully people will read. There's I don't know how many millions of pages, different pages about so many other things, and how do you expect people to pick up this news or this issue? But we constantly look for new stories, not just local and also global. We try to keep it interesting. We use different channels to address or to tell these stories, and we have to hire social media intern to do it for us, because I don't think we any of us can keep up to all this social media. It's too much.
Talking about social media and suckers for freebies, I want to know about the funding of EcoKnights. So, do you have limited budgets for organizing big events, and how you overcome that?
So for any organizations, for that matter, funding is always the biggest challenge, the biggest challenge for us. One is to get the fund, and second is to convince people to really explain to potential donors or funders, partners, to understand why we're doing what we do. And even after 7-8 years, it's still the biggest challenge for us. But now we see some changes. People are more open to or corporates or government agencies are more open to what we call like CSR initiatives. 10 years ago, they
don't see the deal with it.
They don't. Only a few corporates who have like under some foundations or even international foundations provide like grants or sponsorship or support. But now you see more people coming, other sorts of grants. There's also corporate companies who provide sponsorship for CSR projects, and also public funding. Public funding is something very new to us. As like example, Kickstarter is one of the very early crowdfunding platform, crowdsourcing, and it's relatively new in Malaysia, but we are also working on that. So this year we have our first crowd funding project in Pitch-in with Pitch-in.
What is Pitch-in?
Pitch-in is another Malaysian-based crowd funding platform. So
What is the website URL?
It's pitchin.my. So we have a project there. We still have another, I think, 2 or 3 more days to fundraise for our KLAFF this year. anyone who believes in what we do and believes that this program would benefit the people, and maybe just because they like me, I don't know. So you can help fund for KLAFF. We can the funding starts from as low as 25 ringgit.
Just to give a highlight on this, in case we can attract more funders to fund this. So right now, only 5% of the pledges are being fulfilled, which is 2,275 ringgit. And you have 4 days, 2 hours, and 4 minutes left.
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised with the, what can happen. As I said earlier, it's still very new to us, and
crowdfunding is a very new thing.
It's very new thing. It's maybe not in the global market, but it's new here, and we have so much to learn from it. It's, to me, yes, we set our target, maybe a bit stretched, but the whole thing is to really understand. We're still learning. We're a small team. We're learning how to really work on this. And this won't be the first time we do this. Be a very good learning curve for us. Next, we have other programs that we think we can get public to also fund. But if you look at it, even 5%, that's better than nothing. We have to put this up to the public. But the way we tell the story, the way we seek for the support is something that we have to constantly learn and improve. So if you have time, maybe you have spare change.
So you go to pitchin.my.
Yes, pitchin.my.
Spelled as PITCHIN.my. And you can pledge for EcoKnights for its film festival. Besides that, what else about EcoKnights that you do in your organization that sets you apart from other environmental NGOs?
Yes, our core focus, there are 3 core focus for EcoKnights. Number 1 is environmental awareness and education. And second is community empowerment and development. And third is effective communication. So these 3 objectives. Our goal is to improve on this. To use EcoKnights to address these issues. What sets us apart is, I think we try to be as innovative as possible. Hence, you see KLAFF. No one has ever done it before in Malaysia. We have our programs are, I would say, innovative. We want to make sure that we address environmental issues in a more in different way. And besides that, we also work with communities, such as this one project that we are doing with another corporate partner in Johor. Program with orang asli Seletar, or the indigenous people of Seletar in Pasir Gudang. It's a CSR program that we do to address these issues with the indigenous people. So we go there, we teach them about the kids and the adults, how to improve their lives, and we also invite volunteers from that organization, that company, to come and volunteer for that program. So this is one of the program that we have designed. We will be doing it for the next 3 years. And again, I think for us, for EcoKnights, what sets us apart is we constantly learn how to improve our communications, our, of course, programs, and our education or awareness to the public. So we cannot just stick to the same way we do things. We have to keep on finding new ways of doing it. Another program that we do that has a very high pick-up rate now is what we call the Knights of Nature Youth Sustainability Camp. The camp is in November. It's only open for 20 seats by application. But now I think the pick-up rate is we have more than 100 applications already.
Okay. That's
so I don't know why. I think they have to answer these applicants. They have to answer some simple questions, and it's very interesting to see, some of them, some of the answers, like they really want to do something with the environment. Some of them just, I like the name. It's go as simple as I like the name, or my friend told me, or my mother asked me to sign up to, I love nature. I really want to do something. I am the president of this environmental club in my universities. We want to look for the next generations of young people who care for the environment, and not just care for the environment, who wants to do something different. They want to they want to change. And in this camp, we invite different speakers from, like top speakers, young people who have established their own social entrepreneur business or their own NGOs. We invite them to share this idea. It's more like a sharing, right?
Unfortunately, we are at the end of our discussion. I wish we can talk more about the programs that you do at EcoKnights. But whatever it is, environmental issues are definitely one of the core issues that Malaysian publics need to be more aware of. And all the best with the film festivals, both in KL and Langkawi, and with other programs, including the dialogue with the government.
Yeah, please come.
Yeah, we'll try our best.
Langkawi.
Yeah, and of course, don't forget to pitch in your money for the Eco Film Fest.
Yes,
All right,
please.
thank you so much, Fadli, for coming in and
ladies.
joining us this morning.
Yes.